Hello, I'm Dicky with Engel and Volker Savannah, and welcome to another episode of A Quickie with Dicky. Today we're going to talk about a property at 424 East President Street, a magnificent home that was built originally in 1810. And historically, it's interesting that it notes that it was renovated in 1819. We always think of renovations as being something that's done today, but every time a house is redone, of course, it's a form of a renovation. The house was built in 1810 and is a prime example of a perfect federal-style home. The house belonged to Murray Perlman, and Murray completely renovated the house to the IT, making it one of the most magnificent federal homes in all of Savannah. In 2013, I was lucky enough to be asked to participate in a possible program for TV. The pilot was called Sir Real Estate, and the concept was people who were interested in buying haunted houses or maybe selling a home that they had already bought because it was haunted and they wanted out. As part of it, we met with Murray because we had heard that his house was haunted. And Murray explained that one evening he woke up in the middle of the night, was thirsty, came downstairs, went into the kitchen to get a glass of water. And while he was in there, the figure of a man, upper body, a torso, came floating through. The gentleman had on a tuxedo jacket, and of course Murray was scared to death, ran upstairs, called his partner Wayne, and they talked for a good while until Murray was finally calmed down. The next day, things were back to normal, and as we were doing our research to help Murray figure out where that came from, what was the cause, we got John Duncan, a very, very famous historian in Savannah, to help us do research. As part of his research, he discovered that the home had been owned by an undertaker, and that the undertaker actually prepared bodies for the gravesite right there in the house. So potentially, the ghost that Murray saw could easily have been this undertaker. Further, the history of the house became even more remarkable. It was really interesting to discover that the people who owned it later during the Civil War had been part of the Underground Railroad, and it helped a number of slaves to escape. So just another example of phenomenal history in the city of Savannah. Thank you for joining us today for A Quickie with Dicky. In the meantime, if you're interested in knowing the history of a home that you might have, please don't hesitate to call Dicky Mopper, 912-663-5500.